This is from the Bleacher Report, predicting teams that will finish last in each NFL division. AFC North, they say the Browns are finishing last. They have the Bengals at 11-6, the Ravens 10-7, the Steelers 9-8, and the Browns 8-9. Though the Browns made the playoffs last year, how can any objective pundit confidently pick them to make back-to-back postseasons with a quarterback who has struggled on the field and with injuries? I think the Browns quarterback situation with Jameis Winston's better than the Steelers, but I digress.
Yeah, I actually have an article coming on about tomorrow, a response to this exact thing from Bleacher Report and author Maurice Moten. And he hangs his argument on two players. One, as you could guess, is Deshaun Watson. And to your point, that he was talking about the injuries. Well, you're insulated. The Browns are worried about that as well. That's why they go get Jameis Winston. And he wants to point out the fact that he's only had 59% completion percentage to 14 touchdowns and 9 interceptions over 12 games. But what he leaves out of that argument, and we're talking about winning here, is the Browns are 8-4 over those games. They've proven they can win with him. They would have been a playoff team with Deshaun Watson last year playing at that level. So to me, that doesn't hold weight. His other player that he hangs it on is Nick Chubb, which to me is a valid argument. We don't know what version of Nick Chubb we're going to get, when we're going to get it, or how the Browns are going to handle his workload. That is an enigma. But the Browns won without running the football last year, so it's hard for me to believe that, those two players, if the season hinges on them, well, if that's the case, what they did last year was inexplicable because they didn't have Watson for 11 games and Chubb for 15. They still were able to win 11 games. And moreover, they had 28% of their salary cap on IR, including starters like Grant Delpit and Jack Conklin, Jedrick Wills, and they were still able to reach the playoffs. And if you're looking at, making a projection, you basically need to see which teams are ascending and which teams are descending. If you look at the Browns roster objectively, the amount of talent, the age of the nucleus of the team, the foundation that's been built, and you see anything other than an ascending team, I think you're lying to yourself.
Well, the other thing is Joe Burrow has missed 2 of his seasons in the NFL with season-ending injuries. Lamar Jackson was healthy last year. The previous 2, he missed the final 4 games, including a playoff game. So here's the thing, guys. Quarterback in the NFL, they get injured. That is a hazard of playing the position.
Yeah, and Joe Burrow got injured last year, and they had decent play from their backup quarterback, and they didn't make the playoffs. They still finished dead last. So at some point you have to recognize the overall level of talent and the fact that water finds its level. When you look at those two facts, there's no way Cleveland finishes last in this division this year.